It's a tough decision having to surrender your pet, but some shelters in Omaha say it's becoming more and more common. Nebraska Humane Society, in fact, nearly reached full capacity over the weekend. Good evening, I'm Brian Mastery.
And I'm Jacqueline Fernandez. They say one reason for more rehoming and less adoptions is finances. First Alert 6 Sydney Babb reports.
If you can't afford to feed yourself, then you can't afford to feed the pet.
Kathy Robertson founded Working Cat Project just north of Omaha. She always asks what she can do when someone comes to her looking to give up their pet. She's become familiar with the harsh reality that the financial burden is often too much.
If I was to get the cat spayed or neutered for you, would you then be able to keep it? Yes. The answer is yes. If you had help with that medical bill, would you be able to keep it? Yes.
Kathy told First Alert 6 the rising cost of food has also caused more pets being surrendered by their owners, something the Nebraska Humane Society knows all too well. Their facility nearly reached capacity over the last few weeks.
We've been seeing this across the country for the last several years. Population is really high in shelters because I fully understand if you're trying to choose between feeding a child or feeding your pet, that's not a decision anyone should have to make.
And Kathy believes there's another reason for the high shelter capacities around Omaha.
Bad economies, higher prices are going to make it worse, but it's nothing new. And how do you combat that? There needs to be more nonprofit spay and neuter clinics in order to combat the problem.
Both Kathy and NHS are working to combat the problem. Kathy by increasing the amount of spayed and neutered pets, and NHS through pet food pantries and supply drives. They know their work now might prevent someone from letting their pet go later.
That's something that people are facing that it's heartbreaking. It's tough to see that when someone comes in and says, I have to get my pet simply because I can't afford them.
In Omaha, I'm Sydney Babb, First Alert 6.
Nebraska Humane Society did see a decrease in their capacity numbers after an adoption sale over the weekend, but they're still fighting to stay under 80% for dogs and cats in emergency situations. If you're interested in getting a new pet, NHS is having a dog adoption sale with lower fees. We have their information linked to this story on our website.